Hi everybody, this is part 2 from, I guess, a little video series of me going on walks around the area. If you haven't seen part 1 already, you can click on the link and check it out there. But for this video, we're going to go on a mushroom hunting walk where we learn a bunch of stuff about mushrooms with a local guy called Tristan. He's super knowledgeable and he's very entertaining, so I think you'll like that. Then I take my newfound knowledge and I go on a little walk up the Gardenia mountain range. Is it a hill? Is it a mountain? I don't really know. It's a small mountain, large hill. So I go up there and then I finish off the video at a festival. Miscaros festival is in a village called Al-Qaid, which is over on the other side of the Gardenia mountain hill. And yeah, we finish off the video there. So something a little bit different. I hope you enjoy this video and I'll see you at the end. It's such a gorgeous morning and I'm about to go to a place called Camper Camping to do a walk to learn about the wonderful world of mushrooms. So I'm excited. I've been meaning to do this for a while and I'm looking forward to it. So let's go.
Don't be overeager eating wild mushrooms. You need to be 100% sure yourselves that you have got a correct identification before you get the frying pan out. So if in doubt, leave it out. There's old mushroom hunters and bold mushroom hunters, but you never meet an old and a bold mushroom hunter. You know, if you approach with safety and caution and just follow the correct steps, you'll find that it seems very complicated initially, wild mushrooms, because there's so many, there's so much variation, but slowly each season, each year, you'll add to your repertoire, and like with a lot of things, the great Mother Nature, she doesn't give up her secrets easily. You have to earn them, which I really like. If you're going to become a mushroom hunter, you want one of these.
Oh, look.
You can scratch a load of mud off. Then you can go in with the brush and just get as much off as you can. Sometimes the caps are filthy. They can be really dirty, grubby things, wild mushrooms. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a shame. When I picked these this morning, there were no killers there. I mean, it would have been lovely to have, that's the one that can kill you. Then one of the absolute main features of this mushroom is the toughness of the stem. Now, I'm going to show you these identification features, but it's up to you when you go home to be 100% sure before you cook and eat any mushrooms. I'll show you, but just be careful, be aware before you cook any of these mushrooms. These ones, I spent 3 or 4 years getting to know them before I started cooking and eating them. Obviously, whenever I organise a walk, I can only do my best, but it's peak season right now. We're going to find mushrooms. Whether we're going to find amazing edible ones, we will just have to wait and see. So, follow me. Oak trees, oak trees, oak trees.
But this one I found seems like there's people, isn't it? Like if people suddenly have some sort of
You can see where it's been touched.
Yeah.
Now, this one is an edible one, but if you start off not eating blue staining red ones, you'll stay safe as you go in. If you find any grey mushrooms like this, leave it where it is and call me over, because that's an amanita, and I wanted to show you what's going on underground.
Are they edible then?
No, that is Amanita gemata, that one is. That is what we wanted to see, this egg-like vulva at the base. And that is specific to Amanitas. These ones, even though they're so beautiful, they're not an edible. Aren't they adorable mushrooms?
Yeah.
I'm going to show you, whoever wants to see, the Russula taste test. So I'm going to
Still alive.
Excuse me. So I've chewed that for about 15-20 seconds. Now I'm going to wait 30 or 40 seconds and see if I get like chili heat or an acrid, unpleasant sensation at the front. But let me just get my knife. We're going to cut it and see if we get any blue staining. I mean, I'm not sure exactly which one this is, but from what I know, I'd be quite happy to eat this one. See, it's got lovely yellow flesh.
It looks delicious.
Smells good. Pass it around, have a sniff. Have a sniff of that. I mean, that looks good to me.
So nice.
I mean, whoever found that, I can say you can take it home and eat it if you want to, but it's just be careful.
Can we sign a disclaimer before we
Now, hold on. I think that one is as well. And where that's a really good find. Good work. Children are closer to the ground.
Yeah.
Easier, their eyes are better. This one is Boletus areas. The dark. It's the good one. It's the dark porcini, yeah. But if you were on the wild mushroom markets of Madrid, €50 a kilo. Not in this state, because that one's got a bit of mould on it.
The wild mushroom markets of Madrid. That sounds quite fascinating.
Doesn't it? See that white section? That will make you ill, eating that mouldy bit. Yeah. Can you see, Kimberly? So we got the white mould, but I've just cut, that was in there.
Yeah.
I've just cut it out. You can see it's all beautiful in there.
Yeah.
And then there's a little bit there. That hasn't gone in too deep. There's a bit on the cap there. Just.
And so you'll stick this in the dehydrator.
Yeah. This is getting quite old. You see the gills? But actually, these old green gills, when you dry these, and especially if you powder them, the flavour's out of this world. Oh.
They're like soft.
That is nothing of interest, unfortunately. But you can see the stem and the gill colour.
Oh, you got a puffball.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. Puffball.
A couple more. Ooh, tell me more about the puffball.
Puffballs are all edible.
Oh.
But
There's a couple more over there.
Not now.
they've got to be, yeah, this is at the puffy stage. Look, here we go.
Too puffy. Here, mushroom. Yeah, that is a tin can. I don't think I'm very good at this. Here, mushroom. It's an absolutely beautiful morning, and I'm gonna go mushroom hunting. I'm gonna head up the hill in that direction and see what I find. So I'm wandering around on a property right now. It's unfenced. And normally I wouldn't do this, except for it's for sale. And I am actually curious to know more, so I've always meant to come check this place out. And so I might as well do it while also hunting for mushrooms. And you can see that the wild boar have been here. They basically roam around and stick their noses in the ground looking for yummy things, and they tear it all up. First mushroom spotted beneath this olive tree. I don't know if it's edible. It's quite beautiful. I'm gonna leave it where it is. I'm on the hunt for porcinis. I know what they look like, and that is not it. Yeah, I've got lots of little mushrooms just here off the path. Again, I don't know what they are. They're sort of springy. They're very pretty. I would like to know more about you, but I'll leave you where you are. You're not what I'm looking for. So this big beauty here is a cork oak, and apparently porcini mushrooms like cork oaks. But I don't want to go rummaging around too much in there. I know that belongs to somebody else. Where I'm going, I think, is National Park, so I'll carry on. I have no idea if this is a public track or a private track, but there's only one way to find out. It's a lovely road though, so, well, it's a lovely maybe road. I think it loops around to the road that goes underneath the train tracks. So the train tracks are actually just here. I think the path to go underneath them is there, but let me just investigate. It looks nice and foresty in here. Looks kind of mushroomy. It's next to the train tracks, probably isn't owned by anyone. That's my logic anyways. Yeah, oh, I see evidence of mushrooms. What do we have here? I don't know what it is. Might be, actually, who am I kidding? As if I know. Oh, actually, I think this is a puffball. So, I don't remember if they're edible or not, so I'm definitely not gonna take it, but if you squeeze it, eventually this white stuff in here will dry out, and all the spores just kind of puff out when you squeeze it. Here's a squashed one. So it looks like there's quite a few of these puffballs in here, and they all seem like they're quite fresh. The ones I found the other day, they were ready to puff. They were a lot drier and more poofy. Got a little campfire circle just beneath the tracks. Not the most lovely place for a campfire, but you know. So, what else do we have? I find mushrooms quite interesting, but I'm quite conscious of my time and the fact that I have lots of other interests as well. So, though I'm interested in learning more about mushrooms, I feel like it might be the wrong time. I feel like perhaps this year will be the year of just focusing on my building. And I really do spend a lot of time on videos as well, which is a new thing this year. So I have so many things kind of just taking up my time. And when I'm interested in something, I really like to deep dive into it. So I can see myself getting kind of consumed by the world of mushrooms. And I don't have time for that, not this year. So I'm kind of exploring my vague interest in it. And there's so much to learn with the world of mushrooms. I know that much. That even scratching the surface a little bit would be a massive time commitment, I think. So this year I'm just going to be focused on trying to find some of these porcini mushrooms, and if I do, and if they are actually porcini mushrooms, I'll confirm with some friends. I'll dry them out, and that'll be my foray into the world of mushrooms for 2022, and then maybe in 2023 I'll go a bit deeper. So where am I now? This looks like someone's land. So that thing looks pretty trashed. I've got the canes. Right on the other side is the railway tracks. And there's like a random lawn chair. Ah, there's the road. Okay, so it's not somebody's land, so that's good news. I've never known what these fruit are. You see loads of them growing. Kind of, from afar, looks like lemons. But it's not. There's sort of, it's like a very small fuzz on the skin. I don't know if it's quince. Does anyone out there know? Because I don't. Random lawn chair. And then we have what I was looking for. So this little bridge, or this underpass goes up into the gardenias, and that's where I'm headed. I'm just going to carry on there. As far as mushrooms goes, that looks like the most promising. Although I don't know if it's someone's property. It looks private, and it also looks kind of spooky. Actually, no, it looks a bit too bushy up there. I'll stick to this path and see where this one goes. Oops. I feel like I probably need to get right into the forest, but there's kind of a cliff on that side and a massive drop off on that side. And quite often I'll think I see a mushroom and it's a rock or a leaf or a tissue or something like that, or a tin can. So check this out. I don't know what these are, but I'm gonna take one because I think it's Amanita. These are the speckly red ones. They're poisonous, I think, but I want to know whether these are them or not. And there are some things you can do with them. There's some medicinal things that you can do. So I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna take a couple and I'm gonna look them up when I get home. And then I've got this big one here. Could be totally wrong, but I could be right. There's a few more in here that I can see, but I think sample size of 2 is good enough for me to try to get an ID on them, or a guess from some friends that know their stuff. I wouldn't trust an ID unless I could show someone in person, but it's nice to have kind of an idea of things, and we've all got to start somewhere. So I'll take these back and let's see what I can find out. I feel really lucky having the gardenias right on my doorstep. A large portion of it is just lovely tracks and lots to explore, and I haven't actually really done any exploring. I've been up there for walks maybe about 5 times, which is quite pitiful considering how close I live to it. So it's exciting to me that there's like a lot of stuff to explore up there, and I haven't even really touched upon it yet. So like I've already said several times, I really do want to start walking more, and that makes a great destination, especially if I want to walk to get exercise, because it's pretty uphill. So that's good, and my place is down there somewhere. Even though we're only up the hill a fraction of the way, maybe about a quarter or so up the hill, the view is still spectacular, so you can imagine what it's like from the very top. It's just a really lovely place to live. I just think it's beautiful. I like that there's nature sort of dotted in with lots of farmland and things like that, but not big farms in this area. It's all sort of little olive groves and small family-run orchards and vineyards and things like that. So it's very small scale in this area, and I just think it's beautiful. I think it's a nice mix of nature and community. Personally, I wouldn't want to be out in the middle of nowhere. Some people kind of want to do the off-grid thing to maybe escape society. I'm not one of those people, and so being in a place like this where you have a nice mix of nature but still a lot of people around is just the perfect mix for me. And so I've been walking for about an hour and a bit, stopping fairly regularly to meet the mushrooms. Didn't find what I was looking for, but I found some other things, and I've got a couple of samples. And so this has been a week of mushrooms, basically, because in a village called Al-Qaid, which is over on the other side of the gardenias, they have a 3-day mushroom festival called Miscaros. I think that's how you pronounce it. And it's all about mushrooms, and it's really, really cool. I went last year. It rained on us, so that kind of sucked, but it was way better than I expected. It's almost as good as Shokalyosh, and I'm going tonight. So this is definitely the week of mushrooms. I feel really lucky to also live in an area that seems very rich in mushrooms, and though I might not have time to fully explore it anytime soon, I know that once I decide to learn more about mushrooms, there's just such a rich environment filled with them and lots of people around this area that know their stuff to learn from as well. So it's a really nice opportunity and one that I'll take advantage of when I have a little bit more time. When my place is a little bit further along, I'll have a lot more time to devote to sort of these new interests. So, beautiful day, beautiful morning, and I'm gonna head home and carry on with work. And so here I am back at my beautiful little house, and let's see what these mushrooms are. Let's get them out, clean them off, and yeah, investigate. I'm not sure the handbag and the napkin method is that good. They've probably been obliterated. They're pretty fragile. Oh, I think they have been obliterated. Okay, so this is a lesson on how not to transport mushrooms. All right, so these are not looking, they're not looking the best. I think I can get some good photos from it and send it to some friends who know what they're talking about, and maybe I can get, if not an ID, maybe I can figure out what family it's from, or maybe there's a bunch of different ones it could be, and I can use that and build on it, build on that knowledge. So yeah, it's pretty, oops, it's pretty annihilated, but I wasn't gonna cook it up for breakfast anyways, so it's all good. So it's been a week of mushrooms, and there's more mushrooms still to come. I'm gonna check in again from the Miscaros festival, which I'm going to tonight with some friends. It was really fun last year. Last time we went Saturday night, which I think is the bigger party night, but this time we're going Friday. So it'll be interesting to see what's in store. Lots of mushrooms and lots of good food, lots of good music, and generally festivals in Portugal are really fun. So I'll see you from there. Okay, so that's a wrap. Festival life in Portugal is very fun, and the Miscaros festival, I'd say it's as good or almost as good as Chocalhos. If you don't know what Chocalhos is, you can check out that video here, where at the end of the video we go to another festival that's a little bit more local to me. The Portuguese love their festivals, and these are two of the best ones I've been to, and I'm very lucky that they're nearby. So I hope you enjoyed having a little taste of that. And I hope you also enjoyed going on a walk with me around the area, hunting for mushrooms, somewhat unsuccessfully, and also going on a foraging walk with a mushroom expert. So I feel like there's been a lot of stuff in this video that's a little different to what I usually do. Let me know in the comments if you like this kind of thing, or if you want it to be all off-grid, 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 all on my land, all building, all gardening all the time, or if you like exploring the region a little bit more, like in these videos from time to time. I have a lot of building to do, so most of the videos will be focused on that stuff, but I think it's nice to get out and explore here and there, and I hope you enjoyed it as well. So if you did, please like, share, comment, say hello, share the video around, and I'll see you in the next video.